Hello, this is my note card. This is my reference. This is my audience. And I'm still there. How many of you guys know how to change a tire? And how many of you have children that drive? And how many of your children know how to change a tire? For many of us, driving is like an extension of our hands and our feet. You know, we're constantly going. We're on the go. We're going here, we're going there. We got to pick this kid up, drop this kid off. I've been driving for many years. And over those years, I've had many issues with my vehicles. One of which is a flat tire in the middle of nowhere. Knowing how to change a tire is a vital tool that I think every driver should know. I'm going to tell you how to lift your vehicle, how to remove the tire, how to replace the tire. Lifting a vehicle is not something that you want to take lightly. In a surveillance of 2007, according to the NHTSA.gov website, in an article labeled Traffic Safety Facts, about 29%, the 168 of 588 non-crash fatalities involve people who were pinned or trapped underneath their vehicles, usually while working on their vehicle that fell from their support. So when you go to lift your vehicle, you want to make sure it's in a safe location. On a flat surface, make sure it's not moving traffic by you. So that few extra feet to get the vehicle there might damage your rim a little bit more, but it very well could save your life. So next you want to loosen the tire, or loosen the lug nuts, I'm sorry. You don't want to remove them, you don't want to take them off yet, you just want to loosen them. Make sure that when you lift them up, they're nice and easy to come off. So then you go and you got to consult your manual to lift your vehicle. It's always a smart thing to do because it tells you where underneath the vehicle the proper lifting location is and where it's rated and the best spot for it. After you get the vehicle up in the air, it's time to remove the tire. You can finish removing those lug nuts now. When you take them off, make sure to put them in a safe location. You know, in your pocket, somewhere that they're just not going to get lost. Don't put them down on the ground where you're working, where you can kick them and then they can just go wherever. Then you dismount the tire. Remove it off. Those 5 holes, 5 pegs, just pull it off. And something that's always been smart to do is to take that tire, throw it underneath the car, underneath the frame. That way if something does happen to the vehicle and it falls off its lift or off its hoist, it doesn't have very far to fall. Once the tire is removed, it's time for us to replace the tire with a spare. The spare is located in the trunk of a car. It might be in the trunk on the bottom, and the pickup truck is underneath. On a Jeep, it might just be mounted on the back. All vehicles are different, and you should always know where the spare tire is and all the tools that go with it before you start driving your vehicle. Now you get that spare tire and you mount it on, line it up, 5 holes, 5 pegs, line it up, put it back on. Hand tighten the lug nuts, take them out of that safe spot, your pocket or wherever you put them, hand tighten them on. Make sure the tire's flat, it's not too wobbly once you get done hand tightening it. Now you can lower the vehicle to the ground. Make sure to remove the tire out from underneath, let the jack down and go down slow. Once the tire's on the ground, it's time to tighten your lug nuts. And you want to tighten them up pretty good. You don't want to go around in a circle. It just won't tighten it up properly. You want to do it in what they call a star formation. You want to start with one and go across. And go back and across. Up and down. That's why it's called a star formation. And there's usually 5 lug nuts. So you just keep going in a cross section away. Now that's really not that hard, is it? Changing the tire is not that difficult. You lift the vehicle, you remove the tire, you replace the tire, you lower the vehicle. It's pretty simple. And knowing how to change a tire is a vital tool that all drivers should know. There's no telling when disaster is going to strike. It might be cold out, it might be wet out, it might be hot out, it might be balmy. It might be your 17-year-old daughter in the middle of nowhere without any cell phone service. So, learning how to change a tire and teaching your children how to change a tire might just be something that changes a disaster into nothing at all.